Hi, my loves. Welcome. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus, Someone Rising Venus. Keep in mind that it will not resonate with everyone, so please take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. Don't force it so that you don't become confused. And if you are interested in a personal reading, send me a text 971-354-9504 or an email to HealersHeartTarot@gmail.com. All right, my loves. Let's see. Messages for Taurus, Someone Rising Venus. Taurus, I have try to keep a notepad with you this week because you're gonna be forgetting a lot. I feel like the energy that we're about to move into is not your typical energy, although it is going to help you move faster. So it's going to help you get lighter on things. Like it's going to help you become a little bit more proactive when it comes to your business or work, or like you're going to feel more excited to work out, or you're going to be more excited to get moving, to like move your body and just because it feels, I gotta be honest, moving into your energy, I felt so many so the energy flows through our body, right? And it flows through our chakras. And when our chakras are blocked, the energy gets blocked and the energy starts clumping up together. It's kind of like, have you guys seen where when blood vessels start clumping up together? Same thing happens with energy. Like the energy starts to clump up and then it starts to get stuck inside the body. So whoever I'm reading for, I feel weird pressure like around the heart chakra, or like in between the heart chakra and the solar plex chakra. The solar plex chakra is like 2 inches above your belly button, and then your heart chakra is right in the center of your chest. So I'm speaking like I'm talking about like right in between your ribs. There's like a pressure there. I also feel pressure in your crown chakra. So there's certain things that need to be cleared out because it feels like the energy is getting stuck in some areas, and well, in those areas. That could have a lot to do with you having to forgive somebody right now, or you having to let go of someone. Sometimes when we have a lot of like grief and sadness, then all of that clumps up in the chest. And then we get sick, we get pneumonia, we get a chest cold, and then if we don't express it, then it gets clumped up in the throat chakra. And that's when we start to get like knots in our throats and like very intense pain and or we start to get stiff necks when we don't express ourselves. We'll get like a stiff neck, or we'll wake up not being able to like turn our heads. It's just pay attention to your body. Yeah, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but I'm picking up on someone that might be struggling as far as like housing goes. If you've been struggling, what's gonna come with that? You might end up staying with someone, like a friend or someone that there's something about that, but like housing is a little tricky, or there's a little bit of a it could also be for someone else, or maybe you're not. So I have the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the Moon, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. The 6 of Cups with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Some of you might be forced to move in with a father or a mother. It could be a masculine mother. Like a very, like overly strict, overly, like just controlling, always was like, it needs to be like this, it needs to be like this. Like some of you might be moving in with someone, or you need to move, yeah. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse. It feels, yeah, you're being forced to deal with like a big part of your fear. Remember that what only blocks us is our fear. It's and most of the time our fear is just not us not wanting to look in a specific direction because we're afraid that we can't handle whatever's on that side. So we just completely ignore it and let it build up, and then it attacks us eventually. And it feels like that's kind of what maybe has happened here. It feels like Taurus, or you're being forced to deal with like that energy that's been stagnant for such a long time. Maybe the universe is helping you forgive your parents and give understanding. And for some of you, it feels like you grew up in a very unstable place, and maybe now as you're getting older, there's a little bit of instability in your world and you feel like you can't control it. And there was, as kids, we have this thing of like, if we hold on to our anger and resentment for what our parents did, then when we grow up, those same problems are going to present themselves to us because we feel like we can pass them, and if we can't pass them, it's going to knock us over. It always does. Like if your mom, I'll give you guys an example. If your mother was an alcoholic and now you drink and you're telling yourself, that's not my problem, I don't have that issue. Like, I don't have that issue, I drink every once in a while. And then you find yourself feeling for it and feeling like you can't go 5 days without it, go a week without it, go a month without it. If you're not addicted to anything, you should be able to go anytime, as long as, like, anytime without it. It shouldn't be an issue. The same way if I told you, like, you have all these pairs of shoes. If I grab these two and take them away, it's okay. You're not going to care. You're not going to be thinking about it. If I took away something else, you're not going to be thinking about it. Like, it's, unless that's something that you have an energetical tie to and it feeds you in some way. Right? We have to pay attention to what we allow go into our body and what we allow feeding us. And it feels like the universe is helping you. Please don't think of it as like, oh, the universe is punishing me for judging my parents, or the universe is judging me for... Yeah, it's not that at all. It's just that the moment we go into the energy that we thought we never could end up in, like if you judged your friend for cheating on their husband, and then you went and cheated on your husband, in that energy, you're going to see, wow, anyone, like, I thought I was so this, but anyone could end up there. And it's not an energy so that you can feel angry with yourself. It's an energy so that you can love yourself and love others and say, wow, okay, I get it. Like, I get why that happens. I get why you end up here. I get that we're not so different. That's really the biggest lesson here, especially on Earth. Like, okay, you want to go and judge this person, then you're going to deal with it. But the beautiful part of it is you're going to grow from it. There's no pain that goes in vain. Like, the universe really, they know what they're doing as far as, well, the karma, the energy of karma, because karma is just lessons. And the lesson isn't always harsh. Like, right, when we're trying to teach our kids to do something, like when we're trying to teach them to walk, sometimes, or my son didn't want to. He would, like, throw himself back down. And so, but sometimes we have to keep picking them up. And even if, like, we push them. Not too hard, but if to help them gain confidence. Because if you break through, if you keep going and you keep going and going and going and you break through, the boost of confidence and self-esteem. Self-esteem is important for you to be able to succeed in life in general. Like, you have to be able, like, to believe that you can go and break through so many different walls and not wait for opportunities to just come and attack you, because that's what it feels like Taurus, like you've been waiting for opportunities to just come in and attack you, and you've been kind of waiting for the energy, or letting it's okay for you to ride the wave of whatever the energy brings your way, but it's also okay for you to know what you're bringing. Like, if you're going to go on a trip, you're going to bring your necessary items to go on your trip. Same thing. Like, you don't have to let everything go, but only bring what matters. Don't bring shit that's only going to take up space. Because it feels like you're moving forward and trying to bring a lot with you. And the universe is saying, but you're trying to get from here to here, and bringing all of this isn't going to help you. It's like you're trying to pack 26 bags, or like 26 bags for a 2-day trip, which I wouldn't put it past y'all sometimes. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess. I feel like you're looking at this like this is unfair. But I promise you that it's going to help you in overall the way that you see other people and how alone you feel with yourself, Taurus. It feels like it's been a struggle. Especially because I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you can read people's intentions of you. Like, you can tell what people really mean when they're telling you good job, or when they're liking your picture and telling you that you look amazing. You could just feel it. And it makes you uncomfortable. But, like, I feel like this whole thing and you going through this and... Some of you might have to move back with the parent that you felt was unstable. And then, like, don't sit. We're going to get to a point, right? Judgment Day has to come regardless. When something ends, we all know this, right? Everybody, since we were little, everybody knew when you die, you go up and you're going to get judged by God. That's not exactly how it works, but we know that that comes. We know that that's an idea. And after every single ending, every single, like, death, right? Because death is just a transformation. It's more of an, like, anyway, that's like a different video. I was going to jump into something else, but it's you're evolving in a way. There's an evolution of your soul, and you're learning, and you're grabbing all of this new information, and you know, and so after Judgment Day, there's going to be a little bit of energy of self-judgment. Like, I hate you. I can't believe we put ourselves there. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I fell for that. I can't believe I this. That's perfectly normal, but don't waste too much time in that energy, because I feel like that's where you're feeling stuck. You're telling yourself you can't get out, but you definitely can. And if you went back to live with the parent, or you went back to deal with a toxic masculine, or someone that was exactly like an ex, or someone that was very emotionally dismissive, like just someone that was familiar to your love ways or your love language, like pay attention to that. See, 5 of Cups, you're removing that sadness. Like, a part of you is getting mad at yourself because you're pushing yourself to work through it because it hurts. I could feel it, like, but what you're working through is the sadness. So you're doing a good thing, although it's painful and it hurts like a bit. Just kind of like when you have to go through surgery, or when you have to, I don't know, get your car fixed. Like, putting all that money into your fucking car is not fun, but having your baby looking beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, that makes you feel good. Or it make you just you yourself, or how you take care of yourself. Going to the gym all the time is not fun, but you motivating yourself and seeing how far you can go from, like, the first time you go to the gym to, you know what I mean, like months later or years later. Because it's not just about the looks, it's more about like how much you can, it really is about your mind and how you can transform yourself. If you don't like something, then you can change it. If you do it and apply yourself every single day, and even if you go to the gym every single day, you will see a difference 3 years from now. It doesn't matter if you go on a diet, it doesn't matter if you, like, you're gonna see a difference, right? And so it feels like that, like it hurts and it's not fun and it's very uncomfortable, Taurus, but it's setting you free. It really is. And it's setting you free from these toxic ties that you have, maybe with even partners, because I'm trying to tap into love, but love is really getting screwed over because of this, like, because of all the well, you can't even get anyone close when you can't get close to anyone once you're in transformation mode. I saw this video, it's popping into my head, of this, I can't remember if he was a priest, and I feel so bad that I can't remember his name. It was just a video in passing. And he talked about how when they're trying to resuscitate you, they put I think the AED machine on you, or when they use the paddles or whatever they're called and they put them on your chest so that they can resuscitate you. Nobody's allowed to touch you while they're pumping the electricity in your body, right? And so it almost feels like that's kind of the same thing that happens to us whenever we're hitting our, like, transformation or that change. It feels like the universe needs us to not be touched by anything, and needs us to be clear so that we can be purified and that we can be, come alive again. Because every single transition we do, it is an ending, it is a death process. Every single time something changes, we need to adapt to that. We need to be okay with letting go ceremonies and, like, starting to we need to figure out a way for our mind to close out chapters, right? Oh shit, 14. Sorry, these were supposed to be short. We're supposed to find a way to, Like, let our mind, because our mind needs to know that we're growing and evolving. And if nothing changes and everything keeps going and everything seems the same and we're just running all the way through and there's no checkpoint, you know what I mean? Even when you're running those little races, there's a checkpoint. We need a checkpoint. And sometimes we think that that has to do with like New Year's and birthdays and things like that. But we need our own personal. Every single time we end something, clear it out. Like, clear it out and say goodbye to it. Let yourself process it and not think, oh, well, because I'm not moving forward to another thing very quickly, then there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. It's okay for you to take your time. And it's also okay for you to, like, nobody said you weren't gonna fall. Like, nobody, it's like Taurus, I feel like you're really hard on yourself when you do something wrong. It could, like I said, it could have come from a fucking like a controlling mother. I'm trying not to hold judgment, but like whoever this was, like it was hard. It was so hard for you because now everything you say to yourself, it's like there's just a lot of programming, my Taurus. I'm so sorry. Because but I'm also very happy for you because I could tell this is a big breakthrough. See, you're learning love, like you're feeling love, because whoever this was, control doesn't feel like love. And as you got older, you started looking for very controlling partners. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever I'm reading for, if you got stuck with really narcissistic like husbands or wives or something like that. But they were bad for you. And this is your freedom. So yes, it hurts, but it's like it's liberating you. What is the overall advice? The overall advice is building blocks. Oh, I love it. Okay. 28. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is the time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. When you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationship into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundation of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You are moving towards laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-lasting relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and another person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. You have everything you need to turn iron into gold in the alchemical process of creating the prosperous life you desire. Now is the time to build on the strong foundation you have already laid for your prosperity. Keep in mind that these building blocks are imbued with the sparkling energy of your intention. Own your dream and remember that you always have more than enough and you always are enough. So abundance is ever present. Your creativity is divinely inspired. And the design for your life is taking shape in service of the world. You are meant for success. And now is the time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Perhaps your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision of your life. Or perhaps you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten piece and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far and beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. Oh my, exactly. I feel like that's what you're doing. You're definitely like breaking through and you're rebuilding. you're rebuilding. It's like everything, maybe your tower already fell and you went through a very intense tower moment. But it feels like there is freedom. Like you will feel that free energy. I love you, my Taurus. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. I'll talk to you later. Bye.